Well, Jenny and I are on Weight Watchers, so we're kind of like watching what we're eating now.
So does Denny go to Weight Watchers too, or is it just you?
Yeah, he goes to Weight Watchers too. I stick it in a dish and I stick it in the microwave for 10 seconds.
You put
Wait,
his dog food in the microwave?
I open up that little can. It's that little can thing,
Yeah.
and then I put it in the dish and I put it in the microwave, and then he thinks it's normal food, so you put it down, and he loves flour tortilla.
This is my son.
Oh, he's a cute guy.
Would you sing us a verse from one of your songs?
Okay, what do you want to hear?
How about Losing You?
Okay. I don't want to lose you tonight. You're the only thing that matters. I don't want to lose you this way. Just need your love. Losing you will be the hardest thing to do. Mm-mm-mm-mm. My heart is open like an open book, and yours is closed. I never thought it would be like this, so hard to reach anymore. I don't want to lose you tonight. You're the only thing that matters. I don't want to lose you this way. Just need your love.
That was beautiful.
Get down, goblin.
Get
Get down,
down.
goblin. Get
Get
down,
down,
goblin.
Goblin.
Get down.
Get down.
Get down, goblin. Get down,
Get down,
goblin.
Goblin.
Get
Get
down,
down.
goblin.
Get
Get
down.
down.
Okay.
It's another Halloween. Children will be dressed up. Candy, pumpkins, witches around. The moon will shine so bright. Air will smell like burning leaves. There's fear of excitement tonight. Get down, goblin. Get down, goblin.
I love that
Thank you
song.
very much.
Jan Terry, are you on the rag?
I guess so.
I just
Okay.
thought of how funny it'd be to have you wearing that shirt standing next to someone wearing a "My Food Doesn't Scream" shirt.
Yeah, well,
Medium rare. My food doesn't scream.
I kind of wore this shirt purposely just for this
Oh, that's nice.
this podcast because it's a big contrast, I think. So
That's very thoughtful. You clearly had thoughts about what you were going to, what message you were going to send, and what would be most effective.
do you ever cup a fart and make your wife smell it?
No.
Almost daily.
I'd like to point out how funny it is. This is something that you did that I thought was hilarious. Was you started saying like it's so what was it? It was like some things are like you kept saying different things are worse than child molesters, and it was like the most ridiculous thing. Like
Okay.
somebody
What I
said
say
something different,
is-
you're like you're worse than a child molester.
I say lying is the worst thing possible. I said that I would rather be best friends with a murderer than a liar. I would rather be best friends with a child rapist than a liar. So I say that lying is the worst thing. So if someone lies and I say you're lying, instead of saying you're lying, I'll tell them you're worse than a child molester. And
Extreme opinions, man. That's so funny.
people get upset by that for some reason, and I don't know why.
They get upset by it because they want to be upset.
Yeah.
If you really don't want to be upset by something, you don't allow yourself to get upset.
So on that note, I also demand that right now you unblock me on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to state a name or a thing, and you just give me the first word that comes to mind. Caitlyn Jenner.
Whore. What? Oh no! I didn't know. I wasn't ready. I just heard Caitlyn. God, I'm gonna get in trouble for that. No, Caitlyn Jenner is not a whore. When I think, oh you tricked me.
Scotland.
Muscle. I just think of muscle when I think of Scotland. Because like just saying Scotland, like it's like you're gonna beat the crap out of me, aren't you? Like when somebody says that, you just like, oh, strong.
It was like was it a couple of months ago, and someone made that topic on the forums asking you to fist fight with me.
All I remember as far as fist. Oh yeah, somebody said that, and
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Yeah, you're like, I don't fist fight.
Yeah, I think I said let's just say he won.
I never understand the people who can watch stuff like Formula One.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying the first 5 seconds of those things are good, because that's when they all crash and hopefully someone dies or something. But
That's terrible. You don't hope for someone to die. I hope for someone to get in a car accident, but to be completely fine. I don't.
after 6 months of being in the hospital,
Shut up.
people always talk about the wage gap, but the wage gap isn't even real. It's It's a misrepresentation of statistics.
I think everyone's wrong. On so many issues, I'm wrong because I go black and white on them.
Are you on the rag?
Like, am I having my period?
Are you on the rag?
I'm not having my period.
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be Muslims. Could you please elaborate on that?
That's, I don't know if you being, you're Scottish, right?
Of course, yes.
I can't remember who wrote that song, but it's a song here. It's like mamas don't let your children grow up to be cowboys or something. So it's a little play on.
How exactly are elephants just big dogs?
That's just rambling. It's equivalent of a vine.
Okay, so it means nothing. I thought you had maybe some sort of deep story behind that.
No, I was just watching a elephant playing in a sprinkler or something, and it made me want to write that tweet out.
I've noticed that every so often you like to tweet out, I can't believe Christmas is next week. So is Christmas every week for you, or do you just go by some sort of calendar that only spans 7 days?
Christmas is next week. It hasn't been not next week since I can remember. It's always next week. When I used to live in New Jersey, a friend of mine and I used to tweet at band members of our favorite bands and say, hey man, just saw you at a gas station kick the shit out of a little toddler. Why'd you do that? Kind of start like an argument. And most of the time they go, I didn't do that, fuck you, and they block us. Basically, as head of deportation under the Trump administration, that's me. I've decided that Amy Schumer, as a joke-stealing fat thief, is definitely deemed fit for deportation. So I started the hashtag Deport Amy Schumer, and it started trending nationally here in America. And I don't know if it did worldwide. I'm not sure. I couldn't see the stats on that. I'm sure it got some exposure. Twitter actually shadow banned the hashtag. It wouldn't autocomplete, which is always the first sign that they've removed it from the registry. Thousands and thousands of tweets, and then she ended up blocking me. So that means that she had to have seen the hashtag, which is, I consider that a success.
You wrote this article titled "Deport Trans People."
Yeah,
I'm gonna read a quote from this. You said, America needs to deport transgender people. Whether it's to Europe or an offshore asylum, they need to go. Think Alcatraz, but with more padded cells and self-realization treatment. We need to treat the basket case trans community correctly, and that is with straitjackets. The transgender community is a disgusting wound, and the West needs to cauterize it fast. End quote.
As much as I hate to admit it, that article is somewhat satire.
Fuck, marry, kill. Amy Schumer, Hillary Clinton, and your own mother.
Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna disavow the whole question. Is that okay? Can I just disavow the whole thing?
I'll judge you for it, but okay. Are you on the rag?
I am on the rag. I'm trans black, trans male to female, and I'm ovulating right now.
Are you on the rag?
Am I on the rag?
Yes.
I don't even. What does that even mean, to be on the rag?
You don't know?
No, I don't know what it means to be on the rag.
You damn well should know.
Been a bit stressed out, so I left school early and I watched Netflix.
You left school early.
Yes.
That's just completely unacceptable. How can you leave school early?
There was only one period left and I was just sick of everyone's shit, so, you know.
Isn't that illegal?
No.
You sound like one of those kids who'd leave school, get a gun, and come back and shoot them all.
No.
So what is your thoughts on Onision at this moment in time?
Honestly, I don't even want to think about that. He's just getting on my nerves.
Well, too bad you're having to think about it. Think about it and speak.
Okay, so when I was like 6th, 7th grade, I identified as pansexual. Oh dear. Because, you know...
Any more whiskey?
Because, you know, I was a Tumblr user then. I was...
Hannah, stop there. Stop there. You're still a Tumblr user.
No, I don't go on my Tumblr anymore. And I was uneducated, and I believed everything they said. And then I met you, and you opened up my eyes.
You would never do something so rude to me, would you?
You are love, you are life.
What do you think of Billy Don No Show?
I love Billy. Oh. Okay, that was weird.
Are you on the rag?
Si, senor.
English, please.
Yes, sir.
Well, you're only here for 5 minutes before I kick you out anyway, as I did to everyone else. So make your time worth it.
Take it down to 3, please.
3 minutes?
Yeah.
I'll make it 2.5 if you want to really go like that.
Make it 1.
I might be a bad guy, but I'm not a horrible guy, and there's a tremendous difference there.
Is there?
Of course there is. Are you on the rag?
Am I on the rag?
Yeah, are you on the rag?
I don't know. Ask again later. The 8 ball isn't sure.
How heavy is your flow then?
I need to ask. Oh, no, I am on the rag. It said so.
Oh, okay, you're on the rag, so how heavy is your flow?
It is not heavy.
That's unfortunate. So you've never bled on someone's face?
Oh, tons of times.
Tons of times?
Tons of
So,
times.
I mean, I probably think that's better since it's not heavy, because if it was heavy, you might drown them, or you might choke or something. So I guess it's kind of a good thing if it's not heavy.
I think that you made a very valid point. Do you confirm or deny that you bought used tampons online?
I did not buy used tampons online. I deny that entirely. Why would... What?
If you say so.
Please leave. Get out of my sight.
Goodbye.
Bad bye. It's not a goodbye, it's a bad bye.
Are you gonna kick me?
No, you're going to leave.
No, you have to kick me.
No, you're... Oh my god, you are such an... Oh. I'm not going to kick you, you're going to leave.
No, you said you were gonna kick me out.
No, I did not. Oh my fucking god. You are going to leave, and then I'm going to say, who wants to come in here next? Everyone's going to say, me, 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 me. And I'm going to say, you. I'm going to send them a link. You're going to get in here, and you'll already be gone. You'll be bleeding in someone else's face.
You said that you were going to kick me in 5 minutes.
Okay, I will fucking kick you. Eject. Are you happy now? Hello, I'm Ryan Jr. Hello, son. How are you? Shut up, you fat oaf. Ryan Jr., please don't be so rude. You have to respect your father, okay? No, I don't need to respect my father. He's not worthy of respect. He doesn't even feed me. He doesn't feed me. Shut up. But before we get started, I just want to quickly wish a very happy birthday to someone very special. Elliot Roger. You're missed by many, and I'm sure you're looking down at us all from heaven. How much does a person have to hate themselves before they start voting for Hillary Clinton?
It's either just hate themselves or just decide to stay ignorant and uneducated and like I used to be, just believe the media. If anyone actually does any research, they won't be voting for Hillary Clinton.
It's
That's
okay.
why
It's all Putin's fault.
That's why a lot of politically active young people supported Sanders over Clinton, not just because of the free college stuff, but because they actually looked into it and said, well, I mean, Hillary is not a good person on any measure whatsoever.
On the 28th of January this year at 4:19 p.m. my time, you tweeted, "Delete Scotland." Now, I don't care that Scotland was considering legalizing incest. I want to know why you said delete Scotland.
I can't believe those people wanted to legalize incest. That's probably the grossest thing you can do. Absolutely unacceptable. So sort of a meme, I would say. For those people who want to legalize incest and think incest is okay, I completely disagree with you.
Are you on the rag?
Yes.
And how heavy is your flow?
Very.
I have no idea what Jan's current status is. For all I know, Jan could be seriously ill. Jan could have fallen over or something. I really don't know what's happened to Jan Terry. Where in the world is Jan Terry?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, that's good. So how's Danny these days? Is Danny all doing good? Oh, and Jan is gone again. How's Danny doing these days? Is he all right?
He's okay. You know, he has he has Addison disease.
Oh, what's
So
that?
he
I've
has
never
to
heard
be
of
on
that.
steroids and
Oh, steroids. So is
he
he
takes a cortisone shot once a month.
lifting weights and stuff?
And you know, he's a Donald Trump supporter. He loves Donald Trump.
Oh well, they've got the matching hair, don't they?
Then he's been watching the debates with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
He's a
So
strange
when
dog.
he sees when he sees Donald Trump, does he bark? Does he growl? Does he purr? I don't know. What does he do?
No, he only growled at Ted Cruz. He growls and he barks at when Hillary's on.
Oh, Jam's cut off again. So I think you've mentioned about the book before. How long have you been planning the book?
We've been writing the book since like 2011.
Oh, so is it a big book?
Well, yeah, because we're if you ever seen Jimi Hendrix or Led Zeppelin's when their collection book, they had little pieces of stuff in there trivia. Plus, two, we going to have all song lyrics.
How old is Danny now?
Danny's 11. So he's
Oh,
yeah, he's 77
quite.
years old, and he's got a gambling problem.
He's got a gambling problem.
Yes, we go across the street to Circle K, and they all love him there. And we buy lottery tickets. He just won $2 on last night's Super Lotto. So instead of him playing again, I cashed it in.
How does he choose the numbers?
He doesn't. He just does the quick pick. I hold him up, and he said, and the girl asked him, "What does he want?" Sometimes we play the scratchers, and he only wins he hasn't hit it big. He only wins like $2 or $3. He's, but eventually,
Well, yeah,
one of
that's.
these days, yeah. So
One day he's going to win $1 million.
Well, yeah, something like that.
What's his favorite drink?
A puppuccino it's just a cup with ice chip and whipped cream. That's what he gets.
Oh, do you have one of those?
No, I usually I have to watch with the coffee and stuff. I usually like to have an iced cafe mocha. Yeah, and also last year Denny and I were gonna think about running for president.
Oh.
And yes, we were released out. I released my tax returns, which is not that great, but yeah, I will release my tax returns and my medical records. So
A lot of mornings I like to go out for a nice few mile jog around, and sometimes I just like to put my earphones in, and it came on to my playlist on Spotify, and I was listening to Wild One when on this run, and it just motivated me to keep going. And I thought, what would Jan say?
well, the Wild One is about that lady motorcycle, and she don't take no crap. So
Are you on the rack?
am I on the rack?
Yeah.
Am I right? Let's see. On the rack. Is now I'm going to sound like that Gary Johnson. Does rag have to do with being on your mental power or being bitchy or I'm quite not
No.
sure.
On the rag is the name of the show, so I'm just asking you, Jan.
Oh.
You on the rag?
Of course I'm on the rag. I sent Denny's resume to Donald Trump.
I saw that on Facebook earlier, and I hope Danny gets his job as Trump's press secretary or something. I'm sure he'd do a great job.
Yeah, it's just a joke to get everybody laughing. It's not, nothing really.
Yeah.
So.
Sing us a little song.
Sure, what do you want to hear?
Perhaps Skyrockets.
Okay. We are going to sing Skyrockets for you folks. Skyrockets to hell, taking my love for granted. Skyrockets to hell, putting my love to shame. Skyrockets to hell, taking my love for granted. Skyrockets to hell, putting my love to shame. Putting my love to shame. Putting my love to shame. We are live on the rack.
In my mind right now, there is you, there is Dominic Cruz, and then everyone else is under the two of you. You two are the two best analysts, in my opinion.
That's really fine, man. I think Dominic is brilliant. And that,
yeah, Dominic's very good.
If you're going to compare me to him, I will gladly take that. But I think you have to, no matter who you are and what you do, if you think you're awesome, you've just limited yourself for good. You know what I mean? If you think what you do is unbelievably great and you let your ego convince yourself, or you let what people might occasionally say, or you read, or one compliment convince you that you're great, you've just stopped growing. And I don't want to stop growing. I want to get 10 times better than this. I want to get 100 times better than this. I want to understand and be able to communicate fighting on a level that I can't yet imagine. That's what I want to do. And I think for anybody who wants to do that, it's about understanding that you're just starting to scratch the surface. That's what allows you to get better.
Yeah, I think I agree with that to an extent. I think you need to know that you're at least good at what you're doing. But if you think you're amazing and you're the best or whatever, of course you're not going to want to grow anymore. You get your ego involved. But you need to kind of know that you are good at it to keep going. It's, for example, if you don't want to go on a singing contest or a talent show and try and sing when you know that you're absolutely terrible at singing. You need to at least still have some sort of faith in your own abilities.
You know, you raise an interesting point that I hadn't thought about, but I entirely agree with. And, you know, I think there's a difference, though, in what we're talking about slightly. Like when you go and enter a talent show. So this is something I've talked to about. I actually was on Joe Rogan's podcast, was one of the first times I talked about this thought. Somebody had taught me this, is that there's different levels of being really stupid. And the lowest level is sort of unknowing incompetence. So you really don't know anything about something, and you don't even know enough to know that you don't know anything about something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then you're incompetent, but you're kind of aware of it. You get to a point you go, oh man, I'm a terrible singer. What am I doing? And then you get to a point where you're, you know, so the first one was called unconsciously incompetent. You don't know what you're doing, and you have no awareness of that. Then you develop into conscious incompetence, you know, and then conscious competence, where you kind of know what you're doing and you kind of know how to learn. Maybe I'm getting to that point with breakdowns. And then eventually you become unconsciously competent. You can do what you do, and you don't even have to think about it. And that's what the best fighters in the world do, and that's what the best performers of any kind in the world do. And I remember Joe Rogan and I were talking about CM Punk at the time, and no disrespect to him as a person, and no disrespect to the idea of chasing a dream or anything. Yeah. But you have to be aware of what the chase is.
If you had to rate my forums out of 10, what score would you give it?
And you know, when you rate a forum, you have to take in consideration certain aspects, you know. Yeah. Design-wise, it's like 8.5, 9 per 10. Member-wise, you know, I can say I am a fan of many of your members, so I don't know, 6 per 10. And the general atmosphere-wise is like 7.5, 8 per 10, you know. Yeah, so it's like a 9 per 10.
Why are you so angry at Brianna?
Because she...
I heard she's evil with a twist.
Unlike the rest of the people I've had conflicts with on your forums, she pretended to be my friend for a while, and she did a really good job doing that. She could very well pass as an actress. I'm not easily fooled, you know, but she pretended to be my friend and Zara's friend for quite a few months, just to backstab me afterwards. And
well, Brianna has a history of this. She once did it to a Tumblr user that we like to call Mel Mel. She did it to this poor girl, and this girl's dead now.
Oh, really?
Rest in peace, Mel Mel.
I don't think she is.
How would you know? Her brother sent me a sign that said, "Burn in hell, Ryan."
Yeah, why did he do that?
Because I killed her. I killed her.
Didn't you
And
say
it was all Brianna's fault. She backstabbed her.
Okay, so why did he send you the message and not Brianna?
Because he doesn't know that Brianna was only pretending to be her friend. Because Brianna is that good of an actress. Would you like to start a reality television show with me?
Not at the moment, but sounds like an interesting idea. Thanks for asking me. Yeah, I guess so.
What do you think the show would be about?
I really don't know. What do you think?
I'm not sure either. I don't even know what it would be called. I just think it would be very, very amusing because we're very different people.
I guess. Yeah, it could be like where would we film it in Scotland?
Maybe we'll go touring all over the world.
That would be
a road trip or something.
That would be fun and crazy.
It would. Are you on the rag?
Is this like your podcast's motto? Yes, I am on the rag. What does it mean?
It's just an innocent question. I'm just asking you, are you on the rag? It's a yes or no. It's not a trick question. I wouldn't try to trick you into anything, would I? Billy Dawn Webb, Billy Dawn No-Show, Billy Dawn Late for Class, Billy Dawn Lumberjack, and Billy Dawn Used to Ignore Me.
Oh my god, that was beautiful.
I'll forgive you as long as you meet my demands. One is you apologize to me and everyone in the chat. Two, okay, you've already carried out two. You did tweet the link, so I'll count two as that. And three, okay, you erect a statue in my likeness in your living room, which you shall bow to each evening.
That's a pretty big request. I'll get right on it.
Would you ever get black hair like this?
I'm pretty sure I've had black hair like that back in middle school. So yeah.
Like this?
Yes. Like literally yes.
No, if someone set your hair on fire, would you kill them for that?
No.
No?
That's entirely different.
Really?
Yeah.
You'd let them just walk free.
I wouldn't.
Thank you for setting my hair on fire. Come again next week.
But I don't think someone's life is worth my hair that would grow back eventually. I would probably want to fight them, but I wouldn't kill them over my hair.
You don't value your hair enough compared to other human life.
I feel like I value my hair a lot more than other people.
Then why wouldn't you kill them over it?
Because.
Do any vegans last longer than 6 months?
I mean, I've seen this one on YouTube that lasted like 10 years, maybe 11 years now.
What, did they have no teeth or something?
No, she had like really pretty eyes. Has like really pretty eyes.
Going vegan destroyed them.
Yeah, I was like, they're gone now. But
I had never known that there were any women called Billy. I'd never heard of a girl called Billy, and then it was when I first made a video and I mentioned your name in it, and I'm like, I've never heard of a girl called Billy, and I got an influx of all these comments disliking the video saying, how can you not know any girls called Billy? Have you never heard of Billy Piper, lad? Billy usually short for William.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, so your real name's William.
No, my real name is still Billy.
And what I also said in that video, I made that video, and in it I said, for every day you are not on this show, I will drown a kitten. Do you know how many days it has been?
Oh my god.
I have the exact amount. I worked out the exact amount of days. And do you know how many days?
Let me think about it and guess.
Okay.
Like 220 days? That's my guess. I didn't try hard, but...
You're not too far off, but you're still wrong. 274 days.
Wow. I was pretty off.
74 kittens.
That's way too many kittens. I don't even know how you're going to find that many.
I will find them, and I will drown them. So, no. What is your opinion on...
You can just give them to me. What is my opinion on what?
Okay, I'll give them to you dead. What is your... I feel like you're the kind of person who's scared of anything.
No. I mean, I'm scared of like the dark, and I'm also afraid of water I can't see through. So I feel like it's just the idea of not knowing.
So that would be like any water that isn't in a glass?
Yeah, actually.
Are you on the rag?
Sure.
Rag Reynolds, the coolest lad you'll find. Rag Reynolds, a Scottish mastermind. He's subject to everything he wants, and worship his every single word. He's the emperor of Thundercons, and he's going to rule the world. Rag Reynolds, his name along is an erection. Rag Reynolds, the epitome of perfection. His narcissism is unsurpassed. He laughs at every single thread. And if you found his book a blast,